How's it going, listeners? Welcome back to Cubold Cast. In this episode, we will be going over the newly released Oxenfree 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a little break for, was it a week?
It was a
Yeah.
week, yeah.
All of us were on vacay.
Yeah. Pretty good week for all of us.
Yeah.
We didn't really go far away, though. You went all the way to Florida.
We went
Yeah.
to Rhode Island,
But
but it was really fun. But I want to do a trip like that every year
yeah.
where we like get an Airbnb, and Florida sounds pretty nice.
Mhm.
That beach you were at was
I
like
want to go to Florida.
amazing.
Yeah, I know. It was a super nice beach. That's like the whole coast of the state.
Oh wow. Yeah, but
There's a lot of like crazy people there, but Florida's a fun like tropical
I
beach
want to ride an
place.
alligator through the water.
what?
I didn't see any alligators this time.
Have you seen that video of the guy that like tackles an alligator and like restrains it?
No.
But-
What?
Yeah, it was like I forget what it was, but it was like the alligator was like in public or something, and then it was like nothing to him. He just like got on it and like restrained it.
I saw one where there's this giant, I don't know if it's like a boa constrictor or something. Actually, I think it was like one of those Australian pythons. He jumped behind it and like grabbed the neck, and it was trying to bite him. He was holding it really hard.
How big was the head?
I don't know, it was pretty big.
Oh,
and
my.
then as he was holding it, the snake was like trying to wrap around his body, and there were
That's
two other
terrifying.
people
My.
trying to pull it off.
That's so scary. Are you supposed?
What is that? Have you guys seen the video where the guy's walking through the forest at night, or like a swamp, or like the Everglades or something, and he's like, "Oh, look at this bad boy!" And he grabs a snake. He's like, "Oh, look at it!" Puts it up to the camera. He's like walking. He's like barefoot too. He's like walking.
That's the
through
guy with the
swamp.
capybaras, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think it might be that guy. I don't know. He was crazy.
Huh.
I was gonna say, are you supposed to grab a snake by the head or the tail?
The neck.
The neck.
Oh, neck.
The tail? If you grab it by the tail, it'll come up and bite
I've
you.
seen people grab by the tail.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
not
it's just
good.
The small one.
That's not good.
Yeah, if it's not poisonous, it's fine.
It'll still bite you, but
Because they have muscles all down their body, so they'll just reach up and bite your arm or something.
yeah, don't ever grab it by the tail ever.
Yeah, most snakes are pretty not friendly, but they're not like gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Wild snakes will snap at you.
I've heard that garter snake bites feel like a little needle. They don't really hurt.
I highly doubt you'd feel it because even ball python bites their teeth are so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I actually hate needles. Like, see that scar?
Mm-hmm.
That was from, I had to get like a piece of my skin like taken off for like a, what do you call it? Like a biopsy or whatever. And I didn't know they were going to stick me with a needle. And I was like, shoot. And I had to like look away. Like, it feels so weird. Like, I hate looking at it.
I had blood
Grab-
drawn
Grab it
once.
by the tail and swing it around. Yes, Casey.
If you want to die, maybe. I had blood drawn once, and it was weird because like I had never had it done in that way, and so I watched it. Like I watched it go in, and the needle. Those were big needles they used for that.
Yeah.
Like it hurt a lot.
I just hate the thought of like, you ever see like where you seen the shape of the needle where it's like long in the bottom and like,
Oh yeah.
it like scoops it. Just thinking of that going into my vein, like I almost fainted the first time I did it.
I think I'm becoming like wimpier as I get older because like I watched the needle go in and like the blood was just like shooting into the
I
canisters.
hate that.
It was really fast. The last time I went, I was like, I can't look at it.
Yeah,
Like I don't want to look at it this time.
it's
I've
so
never gotten my
gross.
blood drawn, actually.
I was talking. Who was I talking to this? Oh, I was talking to Zevi about this. So remember last year on the camping trip when Zevi did that big jump?
I heard,
yeah.
He was the only
I
one that
wasn't
did it.
there.
And I was like, Zevi, you have to understand that like as you get older, like you're less likely to do things like that because you're like, I don't want to be paralyzed for the rest of my life, or like you start thinking
Yeah.
about these things.
I still can't believe you jumped that.
When you're young, you're like, oh, and you do.
At
it.
least you should.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
As you have a family and stuff, you should be more careful.
Yeah.
it's kind of like with Chicken Rock. Remember, the first year we went there, we jumped off like 5-6
Yeah,
times,
we did no problem.
and then
Mm.
we went back another year, and then we're like, yeah, once is good.
Yeah, that was weird. And
It was
I
really
hesitated.
weird.
Even though
Yeah.
I've done it before, it was like the second time was scarier for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know.
Anyway,
You've probably seen too many videos of people
yeah.
dying because of it. Not dying, but
You probably just become more cautious as you get older. I mean, you don't see 80-year-olds doing that.
No.
Yeah.
And they probably
Well,
break all the bones in their body. but-
Actually, those two old guys when we went camping, they were the ones that told us about the jump.
oh
yeah.
yeah, those guys are funny.
Yeah, but I think they like travel a lot or something.
Yeah.
They seem like good friends.
They probably climb. They
Yeah.
looked like rock climbers.
Yeah.
Mm. Pretty cool.
Diablo season 1, which I haven't tried. Have you tried it, Jay?
No, I haven't
Oh.
yet because I was playing Oxenfree, and when I was in Florida, I was playing Ori, the first one, and Rain World.
It's a good game. Oh, I don't know about Rain World.
Rain World, it's kind of like, think Ori combined with Noita.
Huh.
It's like
Pixely?
it's pixelated, yeah. But the thing I compare it with Noita is it's sort of like a roguelike, whereas when you die, you go back to the last checkpoint, and it's more of like a survival than a Metroidvania. It's interesting. Like it's not fully roguelike. You have checkpoints, but it's pretty difficult to get into. But once you start learning the mechanics, it feels really cool. It's satisfying.
Huh.
Ben got it too.
I think I saw him playing it. Were you playing it the other day?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes, and then he went back to Tower Unite.
Yeah, because I thought it was Ori
Right,
at
Ben?
first.
No.
No? What? Yeah, you did. You went back to Tower Unite. You're obsessed.
Yeah, Chug, you're the only one that has played it so far. Which
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel
I'm
about
playing
it.
Druid. Druid is fun.
I was gonna play. I keep messing it up. Warrior. What are they called?
Look at Casey Man's comment. But
That's
he can't
good.
stop
That's
talking about
good.
Noita.
I haven't actually played it in like a year.
That's funny.
But yeah, basically season 1, the only difference is they added 5 or 6 new malignant tunnels. So it's like more dungeons. And there's malignant enemies. So basically when you kill a malignant enemy, their malignant heart drops and you can capture it. You fight a harder version of the enemy that comes out of the ground, and when you kill that enemy, you get to capture the heart and you could put it into either your ring slots or your amulet slot. And they're like, instead of gems, they give you what is it? Like imprinted bonuses, kind of like in a legendary aspect. So it actually makes you more powerful than in the base game.
That's cool. But then it all resets once the
The
season's
million
over.
hearts go away once the season ends. So basically, your character won't be as OP.
Yeah.
I'm planning on playing season 1 a bunch, but I'm gonna mainly play season 2. I think. I mean, we have the season pass because we got the deluxe or whatever. So I'll play it, but I won't play it as much as I played.
Well, you don't need to. We got the gold or whatever. You don't need to activate the battle pass. You can activate it in season 2.
Oh, okay. I might actually do that.
There was some controversy about the button,
I saw that.
and basically, if you click the button and you bought either the gold or the ultimate, it would automatically activate your battle pass. It wouldn't give you a prompt. It would just activate it.
Oh.
And that was the first button that it hovered over if you're playing on controller. So basically, someone clicked on the season thing and accidentally clicked X twice. It'll just activate your battle pass without
And
you
then
knowing.
what happens?
You
like-
lose out. You have to buy the next one.
Oh.
Because if you got the gold, you get a free battle pass.
Oh, that sucks.
So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy. People were mad, but
I gotta say, like after this is my first time flying with the Steam Deck, and man, I am so impressed with that device. Every time I use it, it's just I love it more and more.
the Steam Deck is awesome.
Did you play Oxenfree on the Steam Deck?
Yeah, I played it fully on the Steam Deck actually. I played partially on the TV, partially handheld. Mainly on the TV though. But yeah, I was like, it's playing stuff on a plane is really fun. Like you can play like basically anything you want.
Yeah.
If you have a power extender, you can play the AAA stuff for longer too. It's pretty cool.
That's sick. Well, you guys need to play Deceive Inc.
Oh, I've heard about
told
that.
me
Yeah,
about that.
it looks fun. It looks fun.
Game is bussin'.
I think Tower
Talk
Unite.
about your review though, Jay-Z.
What was his review?
I gotta find it. It was really weird.
What, for Deceive Inc?
Yeah.
Tower Unite. Yeah, it still gets content
They
Tower-
do
updates.
weekly
I hop on every
devlogs.
once in a while and play with Ben.
They probably do an update about once a month.
You probably go to the casino and play that the whole time.
No, I haven't cared about the currency in the game. So, what's the battery life on the Steam Deck? It's actually very good.
It depends on what you're
Well,
playing.
yeah, it depends on what you're playing. It could depend. If it's like a pixel game, it could go up to 7 to 8 hours. If you're playing a AAA game, it can go from like 1 to 2 hours. So it just depends on what you're playing.
And I have a power extender that like it almost doubles the battery life.
Yeah,
It actually does double it and gives you a little bit more than that.
battery life is also better than the ROG Ally.
By a lot.
Even though they literally were marketing that the battery life was better than the Steam
I
Deck.
forgot about that thing.
Yeah, it's a pretty forgettable device.
Well, people are still buying it, but
Huh.
I don't know. It's just I don't know why. It's like primitive compared to the Steam Deck.
You can't beat the Steam Deck. It has too many
Yeah.
good things.
It's Windows. Like you're not going to get a gaming device like that on a Windows device.
Mm-hmm.
What the butt? That's pretty good. When did Casey start saying what the butt?
Yes, yes. We got him to say it.
That's funny.
The Steam Deck is just insane though. Like even if you have a PC, the Steam Deck is amazing for playing in bed, for traveling. You
Yeah.
can connect it to a monitor and play like a PC setup wherever you go.
You can use it for work if you really wanted to as well.
If you wanted to, yeah. That'd
you
be kind of
could
hard.
because you can plug it in keyboard and mouse, and then there's like the
Desktop mode.
desktop mode.
Mm-hmm. I don't like Linux desktop environment that much.
Degrades over time. I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
I mean,
assume
anything
fast.
degrades over
Yeah.
And
time.
I've had it for a
But-
year and I haven't noticed any difference.
Mm.
I mean, I
Steam
had
will
an
replace
issue,
it.
and I actually got mine fully replaced. They
Yeah.
sent me a brand new one.
Yeah, their support is amazing.
So
We played Thursday. We played Remnant 2,
Oh.
which was.
Really
Wow.
good.
I mean, it was like incredible.
Mm-hmm. Like we had a lot of complaints about the first game, even though we enjoyed it a lot. This eliminates most of them. I think the only one is maybe the story is just not the greatest, but it's still better than the first.
I don't play this game for the story.
Yeah.
I play it.
Well,
for
I'm not
just-
even sure what the story is now.
I don't know. We skipped a lot of the cutscenes.
I think
If I remember right, we gotta find the old guy because he got sucked into the
Oh
crystal.
yeah, that's right.
And that's the only
and
thing
the
I really
girl.
remember.
The girl.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is like twice as smooth. The graphics look amazing, and it's just way better.
The
I don't think
music-
the only
The
thing
music's really good. Yeah,
the only thing that is pulling it down a little bit is the optimization at
I've
times.
been getting some stutters in
yeah,
some areas.
but you're on keyboard and mouse, right?
Yeah.
If you play in controller, it'll feel better.
Well, it's only every once in a while. It's not like it's all the time. It's only in certain areas.
I really like it on controller though.
It is fun on a controller, yeah. But the first area is massive.
Mhm.
We haven't even seen
Yeah.
what the other areas look like.
I know, I'm so excited.
It's
Like even this,
crazy.
like it's kind of dark and dreary, but it still looks amazing.
You look in the sky and there's like the black hole
Yeah.
planet thing.
Mm.
It's very
pretty
futuristic.
cool.
Which it's weird because I wouldn't like at first if I heard that I would think like, oh, that wouldn't work with Remnant. But
Yeah.
they've been pulling it off really well so far.
I could be normal.
Yeah, the first game had this thing where the NPCs would just talk and talk at like random gibberish, and you
Yeah.
have no idea what is happening. Sometimes the subtitles would just be this massive text wall at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
That isn't happening in this game. At least so far.
I do feel like that girl that you started with in the beginning, they kind of try to force you to like her.
Yeah.
And she's kind of just there. And I'm like, okay, she's in the hospital. Good. She's not with me. I don't know. It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, the game is really fun though.
We'll
I'm
be
excited
coming
to
out
play
with-
more.
We'll be coming out with multiple parts on the YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Got a
Like,
bit on stream yet? We haven't streamed in a while.
No, I think he said. Oh wait.
Have you played
BattleBit.
BattleBit on stream yet?
Oh, I thought he meant Steam Deck.
Because he probably saw the video.
We played a
made
lot
video
of
about
it,
BattleBit, but we haven't streamed in a while.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
When we stream, we prefer to do it all at the same room. At least I do. I like playing with the Steam Decks, all three of us,
Mhm.
Yeah.
or playing one game on the TV or something together.
Yeah.
That's the most fun for me.
Let's see.
Ratchet and Clank came out on Steam a couple like last week.
I heard it runs really well on Steam Deck.
I thought I
Is
saw
this
it was like 30, 40 FPS. It's not amazing, but
I mean, that's still for
That's
Steam
like a
Deck,
PlayStation
it's
5,
it's
isn't it?
good. Yeah.
30 frames or is it 60?
30 for probably fidelity mode, I would assume, on PlayStation 5.
That's not too
60 for
bad.
performance.
I'd say if you can run it at a steady 45 frames on Steam Deck, it's very good.
But that's like what
Oh yeah.
that's expected for like a console. I mean, Steam Deck's like a PC, but it's also a console
Yeah.
at the same time, handheld. So
With the small screen, it doesn't feel like that either.
Mhm.
Like 45 feels like 60 on Steam Deck.
yeah.
30 kind of feels like what 40 would on a PC.
But
yeah, it looks pretty fun. I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale though.
yeah. I don't know. I played the old one. Remember that old one we used to play?
We played Ratchet and Clank All for One.
Something like that. Yeah.
I
that
think-
was fun.
I think it was either All for One or was another one. We played on the PS3. Super fun.
Yeah, I think you played that. I never played it though.
Yeah, because
It
it,
was-
borrowed
it
it
was a
from
good game.
Caleb. Because
It was fun.
Caleb had it. So
Wait, all the Call of Duty games are coming to Game Pass?
yeah, I heard about that because of the Activision Blizzard thing.
What about the new one, MW3?
Possibly.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That's gonna be huge.
Because it's all cross
Even the old Call of Duties, like Black Ops 2, that might revitalize the online mode.
Actually,
Mm.
that is true. It probably would
That's crazy.
because they currently revived the servers for the old Xbox 360 and PS3 era consoles,
Mm.
and people are going back to those, like flocking to them.
That's crazy.
This might actually like revitalize the online mode for like a lot of the Call of Duties. Like
Yeah.
Black Ops. Oh, did I say Black Ops 2 already? Or like
Black
Black
Ops
Ops
2.
1 even? Black Ops 1's fun.
Black Ops 3 is. I wish more people played it because I've tried going back. The only people that play it are like Master Prestige level 1000s
Or cheaters.
or cheaters.
Mm,
yeah. And so it's like you're stuck with these sweats,
Yeah.
and you have to wait like 10 minutes to get into a game, and then you finally get into the game with the sweats, and you're like, okay, I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah.
Jay, did you see that link I sent in the chat yesterday?
No.
So this is Netflix. There's rumor. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I think it's rumored that Netflix is releasing a Dark Souls anime, which I was talking before would actually be really cool because it'd be the same people that made Castlevania, which is like a really good show. And I'm not like really an anime person. There's like very select few that I'll accept. Otherwise, most of them are kind of cringe.
If there's a Dark Souls anime, I'm gonna watch it.
I think
I don't care if it's anime or not. It's Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Anything Dark Souls.
But I think
consume.
like you were even saying the lore, like how much they can do with that.
It's ridiculous how much they could do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. I mean, if it's the same people behind Castlevania, then it's in good hands for sure.
Mhm. Wait, there wouldn't be mod on Xbox. Are you talking about Black Ops 3, KZ? I mean, if you're talking about Black Ops 3, then I was referring to the multiplayer. I wasn't referring to the zombies.
What do you say? Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to get the modded mode because it's Steam, right?
Yeah, it's no. Yeah, it's Workshop.
Yeah.
It's Workshop.
What else?
Lords of the Fallen. They
I
showed
didn't
off
watch
some
that yet.
gameplay for Lords of the Fallen and Armor Core 6.
I know you showed it to me. Or you showed me
gameplay.
Armored Core. I
You
thought it was a
could-
mobile
if you want,
game.
Ben, you could pull up the
What?
You can pull up the Lords of the Fallen gameplay.
I feel like we've done that.
No. Like they did a gameplay overview. You don't have to like watch the whole thing. You kind of just skip through it. But it basically with the gameplay trailer, it kind of showed gameplay, but it's not like raw gameplay.
I think there was like a walkthrough. Gameplay walkthrough.
Gameplay overview. Like when I say raw gameplay, I'm talking about like someone actively playing a section of the game.
So it's like the curated gameplay.
Yeah.
To Mornstead, a prominent region within
like
the
the
vast and
voice-
Yeah,
sprawling
it's
world
kind of
of
weird.
Lords of the
You
Fallen.
can
it
skip
looks
through it a
good,
little bit,
though.
Ben.
In today's extended game,
Didn't they like change the IP a lot or something? Or like this looks way different than the
It's
first
technically a sequel to the first game, which I never beat it. The first game, I want to still beat it, but
KZ said we need a Fortnite anime.
Oh,
few and
What?
far between.
Like
These
20
flowers
emojis.
denote
That would be
special
so
patches of
cringe.
ground
so basically
on
in
which
this
we can
game,
spawn
there's
players.
actually two
Known
worlds
as a
in one.
vestige
So
seed.
there's the world of the dead,
These
and then
come
there's the
at a
world of the
significant
living.
resource cost, however.
Mm.
And so
You can
basically,
only
you
spawn
use
one at a
these
time.
spots to
The
go
realms of
back into the world of the
Axiom
dead
and
or the
Unknown exist
world of
in
the living.
parallel.
So if you die,
Each world
you automatically go
features
to the
its
world
own
of the
unique
dead,
Turn
and
it
you have
down,
a
Ben.
second chance
enemies,
to
characters.
what?
You're
hit
like
it twice.
talking and he's
Yeah.
talking. I'm like,
My brain is exploding.
Oh, sorry. No,
I
but
heard what you said though.
basically, if you die, it's kind of. Did you ever play Sekiro, JJ?
Yeah, I played a
So
lot of
remember when you died, you get a resurrection
it. Every once in a while.
every. No, you would have to regenerate.
Oh, I know what you mean.
But basically, in this, instead of getting a regeneration, you just go to the world of the dead, and you have another chance. So
Oh,
basically, you
wow.
have two lives.
Can you get out of the world of the dead?
You can, but you have to find one of those flower things
Oh.
to get out.
This looks
That looks
good.
really good.
It's like
The animations, the graphics.
the lighting.
It's
When it
it's
first came out,
UE5,
Oh wow.
so it looks really really good.
Yeah, this and Lies of P are gonna be really fun.
Oh,
I
Liza
know.
P.
I never played the demo because I'm waiting for the.
I played a
full game.
little bit.
Into the secondary realm.
The demo was super good.
Oh,
Yeah, and you can use that to peer into the world of the dead.
Huh.
And each world is different. So basically, there's different things in each. There's like if you go into the world of the dead, there could be like a new way to get to certain sections. Like what he's about to do here.
You can get in there.
Consume one of our two lives, and
That's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I wonder how this is gonna run.
I mean, from
What is that?
from
It's
the
like that thing
trailers,
from
it looks like it
the
runs
Ant-Man.
pretty well. But
Ant-Man movie.
Oh, that guy's-
MODOK or
Yeah,
whatever.
MODOK.
It's so weird
That
looking.
movie was so bad. That's so cool.
I don't know. I'm really looking forward to this game. This is probably, to be honest, I think this might be my most anticipated for the end of the year.
Huh. End of the year,
Do
isn't
we
it?
do-
Oh,
This is October.
Do we do a have we done like end of the year like picks or something? Have we done that?
No,
before?
we should though.
We should.
You know, a lot of people do like for movies, they'll do like box office rankings. They'll each get like a budget or something, and they can pick certain movies on their list, and like whoever has like the total most points or whatever wins.
Oh, you know what we should do?
We should do something like
We
that.
should for the
Yeah.
end of the year. We should literally get or make our own tier list
That would be cool. Yeah.
of our like top favorite games of the
Cubold
entire
picks.
year.
It'd be
Like
pretty
end of the
cool if we
year
got
tier list.
like some sort of community thing where like a contest. I don't know how we'd work
we
it
could
though.
set something up in Discord. You mean like voting on games for the year? Like community choice,
just
Yeah.
run.
an hour choice.
You see us
Yeah, or
run?
like predictions on how games are gonna do. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
game's gonna be negative, and if like they're correct, then like they get some.
Oh yeah, there's pyromancy, JJ.
Oh, nice.
I like how fast, or it looks. The movement looks like faster paced than like Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm. This
Yeah.
looks like a game I'd want to do multiple playthroughs on because that melee character looks really fun. This one also looks fun.
This one looks sick. I like how fast it is.
What is it? It's the movement and everything is very, very similar to how the first Lords of the Fallen is.
I thought it was bad, or it didn't get that great of reviews.
I mean, it was okay from what I played. I think I played like 15 hours of
But you
it.
didn't finish it.
I
which
didn't
is
finish,
Odd for
but
you.
because it's just the lore and everything of at least that game isn't that
I
interesting.
mean, does anyone play Dark Souls for the lore? There are that community there, but
I mean, I think I've gotten into the lore because I've played all the Dark Souls. I
Hmm.
love the lore of Dark Souls. So
I never played it for the lore. At least I played it just for the gameplay and the boss fights.
I like the creepy parts of Dark Souls, just like the messed up creepy parts of it.
Yeah,
And so it's like the most interesting to
This
me.
character looks cool.
I like those claws. Those remind me of the claws I have on my remnant character.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
I can't wait for this game.
An age-old borough.
The boss. Going back to remnant, the boss fights in it are improved by
They're
a lot.
so good.
The one we're on is very difficult. This
we
might
need to
be-
level up and
No, people think it's the most. It's like the worst boss in the game. At
Oh,
least-
really?
yeah. Because it's just there's so much going on. It's super hard to
the
dodge.
lasers, then
Yeah.
the void things, and
People are raging about it on Reddit,
yeah.
and
We'll do a podcast on Remnant too. but
leveling wouldn't really help. You just got to learn the moves and figure out how.
I feel like some of the moves are like undodgeable. Almost.
Yeah,
I've
apparently,
been-
like there's this
Ben,
orb
look
thing.
up Armored Core 6 gameplay.
The orb thing he throws. You can go into like the back corner and you avoid all of it. Something like
Oh.
that. Little things like that. Like you have to kind of figure out.
If he throws the black hole on you, it's an instant death.
Yeah,
Gameplay preview, the second one, Ben.
I heard they said that they want this game to run perfect on Steam Deck. Like that's one
Oh,
of the focuses.
Remnant?
Armored
of-
Core.
No, Armored
Oh.
Core. That's one of the
This game,
developers' focuses.
The more I see of this game, the more interesting it is to me.
This is the people that made Dark Souls.
Yeah,
I've never played any Armored Core games.
I've never either, but the people say that this is different than all the other Armored Cores, and they're trying something new. So
Hmm.
people that like the originals might not like this one,
What
and
kind
which
of a game
means
is it?
that the people that didn't play the originals might like this one more because they're making it more player friendly, I guess.
What kind of a game is it though?
It's I don't know a mech game. I don't know.
Yeah, is it like a slasher?
You can fully customize your mech. There's like different weapons, there's different guns, there's different ammo types that you need to use for
Is there a
certain
human in there?
enemies. No, you fight robots.
Oh, so you're a robot.
You're a robot and you're a human in the mech,
Oh,
but you're fighting robots or humans in other mechs technically. And you can go anywhere there.
oh wow.
I want to see more of the combat.
Is one of the core abilities at your disposal.
I feel like I've heard this guy's voice before.
Is it what is his face? What is his name? Lance Reddick.
Who's that?
Yeah, obviously he passed away.
Lance Riddick.
Oh, the guy that played in Destiny 2.
Yeah,
Wait, you said he passed away?
He died.
Lance
like,
Reddick died. Yeah,
6 months ago.
When? What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
he also
He
I
was
don't know
in-
if you saw it yet, Jade, but he played one of the bad guy in the Adam Eve Invincible special.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you didn't notice it?
No. He was also in John Wick.
I had no idea he died. That's weird. I really liked him as an actor.
To take the fight to the air.
He was
Wow.
also in Quantum Break.
He was in Horizon too.
Oh, he was, yeah.
It looks pretty cool. It almost reminds me of like a game you'd play in like 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very PS3 era.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. I mean,
The color.
I'm gonna wait
theme
till it
looks
comes
like
out
too.
and what the reviews are first before, but it
You-
comes out next month.
There was that weird era of games where they were very gray.
Yeah. I'm thinking like do you guys remember Killzone?
Mm-hmm.
I never played Killzone, but
Those were good games, but
what's that? Infamous.
yeah, that was very gray. Those were good games though. I
We
liked
played
those games.
First Light. That was
I
the only one we played.
Yeah, I never played that one.
That one was more colorful.
That was a PS4 DLC. Or no, not a DLC.
That was the First Son spin-off, I thought.
Oh yeah.
But
because we got it for free on
PS Plus.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, this game looks pretty cool.
Looks
You
good.
should have to see more about it though. Like
If I played this, I'd probably want to play it on Steam Deck or something. But I don't know.
that'd be really cool if they got it to work perfectly on Steam Deck.
They said that's one of their focuses,
That's crazy.
which is awesome because when AAA developers focus on the Steam Deck, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Like it's going to have support for a long time, and then probably ultimately get a sequel.
I mean, this is the 6th game in the Armor Core series, though.
No, I'm talking about Steam Deck. Like it might get a sequel if all these AAA developers
I see. Steam
make
Deck
games
2.
for it.
Steam
Yeah.
Deck 2. Oh yeah, did you hear about the new operators? Coming
Oh,
over? Yeah, you
yeah.
can turn this off now, Ben. The new operators.
Snoop Dogg is expected.
Yeah.
They had that in the last game. But Nicki Minaj?
What in the world?
101
Savage.
Why?
Like why 21 Savage? He's not even associated with like Call of Duty.
I don't
So
know.
random.
The only one I
they-
could see is Snoop Dogg because he's actually a gamer.
Was it they cut out Tim the Tatman and well technically they wanted their bundles removed. Tim the Tatman removed his bundle.
Hmm.
And then
Nick
Nick Merckx
Merckx, yeah.
got his bundle removed because of something he tweeted
There are
for some
there are
reason.
tons
Oh,
of
no,
streamers-
something he X'd. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Because
that.
they
It's called
changed
X now.
Twitter to X.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That tripped me out, but I like looked at a tweet or like on the search engine and then I was like, X, what? And I thought it was like SpaceX or something.
I'm pretty sure Elon is trying to kill Twitter.
He is. He's
Yeah.
definitely.
I think
trying to
he
do
just
that.
bought it because he wanted to kill it.
He's probably killing it, and then he's gonna create his own thing after.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what I feel like is
Have
gonna
you seen
happen.
Threads?
I thought
Oh,
that was
I've heard about
unfinished.
that.
It's like no, it's out. It's
That's from the
Instagram.
original founder.
no, it's an Instagram extension.
Oh, I'm thinking about
he
Jack
he
Dorsey's
is making
his
another competitor.
own.
But Threads is like a part of Instagram or whatever, but people are saying it's like super congested.
Huh.
And then you can post your thread on Instagram. I don't know. It's just like,
That's weird.
Mm.
I heard the name.
People are trying to capitalize on Elon destroying Twitter.
but I feel like
So-
Twitter is like, I don't know. There's something about Twitter, like Threads. Like I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna be
Wait,
as good.
So
Yeah.
if Twitter is officially, or if X is the official name, do they still own the rights to Twitter?
It's still called Twitter, but
I think
X
it's a
is the
DBA.
logo.
So like, so could they technically? Could somebody else use that or no?
I'm pretty
Usually
sure
they
it's
own
on
it.
X.com.
I know, and that
Yeah.
sounds terrible.
it really does.
Yeah.
I heard someone say one typo, and you're like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I don't know. That was a weird,
What was I gonna
weird
say?
thing.
Threads ain't too bad.
Did you see that on Twitter? They were limiting the amount of tweets you can see in a day.
They're also limiting the amount
Oh.
of messages you can get.
Yeah,
and
because-
send.
They're not making enough money, so they had to shut down the servers to a certain point. And literally, like you could only view like 20 tweets a day or something like that.
He's definitely trying to kill it. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like the whole point is to keep people on there as long as possible.
Yeah.
But then they did the checkmark thing, and everyone's buying check marks. And I don't know, that whole limiting thing is like the worst thing any social media could ever have.
That's crazy. I wonder how
Yeah.
people feel. You know those people that like most of their business is done on Twitter. Like they're basically seeing like everything be destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much. Just move to Threads.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the operators.
Yeah.
And then the new the Spider-Man 2 PS5 looks sick.
Hey,
It
pull
looks
it up, Ben.
so
I
cool.
want to see this.
You haven't seen it?
It
No.
looks
It looked-
really cool.
Amazing.
I can't believe how good it looks. Like I think it's the best looking console I've seen so far.
I feel like
Ever.
they should do more of these like type.
Look at that
Look
thing.
at that.
That's so cool.
That's really nice.
How much is it though?
It's 560.
It's sold out right away.
Expected. Oh, the controller.
Which
Why is that
it's
image
just
so
the price
like
of the game.
Yeah, the image looks bad.
That's a nice controller.
Stop! I want it.
Oh,
I don't even want a PS5, and I want that just because of how it looks. That looks
it's
so
just
nice.
like I don't know. It's,
Yeah. So Ricky got a PS5,
Hmm.
and I saw it, and it's huge.
yeah.
it's
Why is
big.
it so big?
I don't know. I might get a PS5, the disc one, and then maybe I'll just like rent games and play them or something because they do have a service for that, right?
There's a
Yeah.
service where you can rent a game for like a couple bucks
Yeah.
or whatever at a time.
Like how long do you have it?
I think like a month. Josh did it. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, because that's nice. I could beat games in a month. And,
Yeah,
Like I don't know. Chug would probably plan to play it too.
I would want to play it, yeah.
super cheap.
Because there's a bunch of games. I want to play Demon Souls, Ragnarok, and the Uncharted games.
The Horizon game.
Oh, Casey says that the limiting was for people to buy the Twitter Blue so they can see more tweets.
Yeah, they could, but it was still limited for them too. Like they couldn't have unlimited, even if they had the Twitter check mark. It was still like they could see 70 tweets instead of 40. And I think,
That's crazy.
Yeah, Jid,
It was like a couple
the new
hundred.
was it the new
was a-
Horizon?
well, it was like a couple hundred or something, but you see that very fast on Twitter. You scroll for 15 minutes and you've hit the limit.
Mm.
Wait, what? Kev?
What is it? I was gonna say the new Horizon doesn't look interesting to me though.
The graphics look really good though.
The graphics look good, but I don't know. The first game was good, but I don't know if I would want to play that type of game again. I guess.
What type of game?
I don't know.
Open world.
I feel it's like Ubisoft. I guess.
Are you getting open world fatigue?
Oh yes, open world fatigue.
There
yeah.
weren't collectibles like that though.
Yeah,
in the
there were.
game.
There were
I mean,
collectibles.
I didn't
but
get that.
They didn't emphasize them at all.
It was
I don't know.
nothing like
I'd have to
Assassin's
like
Creed.
I'd have to like download the first one again just to like run around and see
I
how
don't
it
know,
felt again.
You're
but
excited for the new Assassin's Creed, which is way more Ubisoft than
That is
Horizon.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
It is, but it's like OG Assassin's Creed.
Mm.
It's still gonna be collectibles
They're
galore.
manipulating you.
It's the only one that's been. It was rated for gambling, real gambling, because of their
Well,
microtransactions.
That was because of their NFTs.
Ubisoft put them in there.
Have you ever heard of Ubisoft Quartz?
It was rated
No.
adults only temporarily.
Yeah, because of the NFT thing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like real gambling.
I don't think they're
Oh.
doing the NFT thing anymore.
I think this weekend Dead Drop is open to friends.
Oh, really?
Dead
yeah.
drop.
Dr. Disrespect's game.
Oh,
You pay like
we can play
$20 and then
squads.
you get access to all the snapshots.
that's cool.
But they're sold out for the snapshots, I think, right now.
Hmm.
But you can play this weekend's free for friends or whatever.
Oh,
Mm.
that's sick.
I'll see
Yeah,
if I
I'm
can-
down.
Yeah.
What is this Skull Island game?
Oh,
Rise
oh
of
man, this is
Khan.
like Golem level.
I want to see this, Ben.
Is there a
Oh.
trailer?
There's like a gameplay overview or something. It-
Skull Island? That movie didn't even do that well.
It looks pretty bad. Or was it an announcement trailer? That's what it was.
Based on the movie, or is it its own thing?
I don't know.
Like, what is Skull Island? Is that what the island was originally called?
Yeah.
So it might be a separate thing.
Did they? Is this an announcement trailer? I thought they showed off some stuff.
Yeah, this is very quick. The animation didn't look good.
They had to cover.
What is that?
There's
No way.
That's a joke. This is a joke.
No, it's not.
That is disgusting.
It's Golem level.
There's
What is
no
that
way.
animation? That looks like 90s animation. It looks like the original King Kong game you played on PSP.
Oh.
That is so bad.
What?
This looks like a PSP game.
This is awful. It looks like a mobile game now.
There's
Is this a mobile game?
No.
He's not even that big. He's tiny. Like, right?
I mean, compared to the dinosaurs, I guess not. But he looks so ugly.
What are the comments?
Yeah, comments.
There's. I don't believe it. What
This will no doubt be one of the best games of 2006.
Yes. Oh my, that is so bad.
Time to dig my PS2 out of the attic.
Finally, a new PS2 game. Been waiting 10 years for this one.
Imagine being the developers and seeing the comments. That's so bad. Bad that one shot.
Those developers deserve that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I don't know who's putting this out. What's this by?
I don't know.
If they got the rights to King Kong,
Even IGN is showing this. Like, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
weird.
I don't know. I don't know if we'd blame the developers or the studio because I mean
I'm not sure.
something went very wrong.
Yeah, Peter
there.
Jackson's King Kong. That's the true King
Watch
Kong
the trailer for that.
experience.
I'm actually curious to see what the graphics are.
That's not even a trailer.
wait,
yeah,
what
it's
is?
a gameplay video. Oh, Ben, it's right there. Just
What are you doing?
click on that.
Wait, what
and
is
then,
this? What is this one? Oh, the old one.
This is the
Ah,
PS2.
I love this
one.
game. This game is so good.
This
I never
isn't the
played
PS3
this.
version.
This is the PS2 one.
I think it is. It doesn't look like
I
the
played this
PSP.
on PSP,
Oh, I
but
never played this.
this game was so good. I love this game.
Are you on the island the whole time?
Yeah, you are.
That's actually cool. That's a terrifying island. Do you remember that? This one?
Mm-hmm.
What was it like? This
With
2006.
my boy
King Kong?
Jack Black.
I want to see the monkey.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, well,
The monkey.
you go back and forth between King Kong and the
Do you-
main dude.
Are there like cutscenes or something? Because I want to see King
I
Kong.
don't know if they're cutscenes.
See how he looks in comparison.
I think there were, but the cutscenes weren't too great. There were a lot of horror aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean,
It's
even
really
the
cool.
movie it was scary as a kid.
With Jack Black.
Yeah, I just remember Andy Serkis getting eaten by those worm things.
Oh, he was in that?
Oh yeah.
yeah, I hated that part.
He
What's
always
that?
gets killed.
Yeah, he does.
What is that?
I don't know.
This game, it looks like remember Turok or Tara?
I never played it, but I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. The I can't believe that's a new game coming out.
Yeah, it's really bad. I don't know. It was.
Go back to it, Ben. I just want to see the
Is
King
this the
Kong
last week of
animation.
July?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, we should name this gaming news and that because we
Oxenfree 2.
it's
Yeah.
almost an
yeah.
hour of like gaming news right there.
That is just terrible. Unbelievable. That's worse than Gollum.
It's hard to believe that this is
No, I don't know if it's worse than Gollum.
That is worse.
I don't know if it's
Gollum
worse.
was pretty bad, but that is just no effort.
like you have to imagine you have to remember that these people like sat down. This trailer went through various stages of approval, and they were like, "Yeah, that's the one,"
Yeah.
and they posted it. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy to me that they allowed that to go through. What is that one with the fire emoji say?
Give this game to a new developer.
Oh,
What?
Finally, a new Donkey Kong game. It's so unimpressive. It's impressive.
True.
How does King Kong 2005 look better than this?
It probably does.
It
in some
does.
places.
It does look better. Yeah.
yeah, that looks awful.
It just looks like a bad mobile game, or like
Conquer Skull.
one of those lame Unity games with a bunch of assets from the Unity store that
Mhm.
goes on Steam for $2 and no one plays. Like this is a AAA game.
Who makes it?
I don't know.
It's like
because it's a Skull Island game. It's
Yeah.
a Kong game, so it's like
They probably paid millions of dollars for the rights.
I want to see King Kong 2, like the Peter Jackson's one, like a second game for that. A new
Iguana
game.
Bee Studios.
I don't know.
What else did they do?
They want to be a studio. They want to be it.
I mean the graphic art looks.
It
kinda
says
cool.
it says Switch. It's on Switch.
It's on every console.
That's crazy.
Wait, what does that other developer do?
I don't know. Is it Iguana Bee?
Iguana Bee?
Oh, that's
Oh,
what you say. They want.
Bunga. They want to be a studio.
10 years.
Imagine this is the only thing they've done.
I don't think so.
What
I don't know
is
what that is.
Oh, I see.
That
I
explains
see.
everything.
Publisher and
Do
client.
you see the rest of their games?
Those look like all mobile game things that they do.
What is that? Head Snatchers? I've heard of that.
Wait, you can. There's a. Yeah.
Monster Bag. These games look horrible.
Yeah.
Multiverse.
These
G.I.
are,
Joe.
that was a thing. Is that can't be all of their games?
Doesn't look
There's
like
no
they
way.
have much experience with like the type of game they're making now. Oh, it's a one page.
Yeah, but who's publishing this? Someone paid for this,
I don't know.
I don't know. That's crazy.
and someone allowed it to go through.
Does it have a Steam page, Ben?
Let me see.
And it blows me away. I can't believe that.
Yeah, it's almost hard to believe that that's coming out in that state.
I don't think it has a Steam
Wait,
page.
let's go down. Wasn't that Steam?
That was a
Oh, did you hear about the
that was a workshop.
Or did you see
Oh.
that the Telltale has an Expanse game now?
Oh, really?
It's on Epic though, only.
I'm actually curious about that.
But
That could be really cool.
These are their only games.
Wow, they must have made a lot of money on that.
I
though.
wish Epic had a review system because you can't tell if it's good or not.
I know.
That's so annoying that they don't.
I thought they did have one, but they removed it or something.
How do you
Something
not-
stupid.
How do you not have one? Like, I don't know.
Make too much money on Fortnite to even want any negative
When did that Telltale game come out?
like past week, I think.
On what expansion?
the
show?
Expanse.
Oh,
Yeah.
the show, The
Mhm.
Expanse.
Mhm.
Oh, I heard that was good.
The
Never seen-
episodes, I watched most of it. And it's actually really good.
I only watched season 1
Hmm.
and it was pretty good, but I just haven't watched any more.
What's
of
it about?
It's like
Space.
Oh.
it's the most realistic sci-fi they've ever come out with. I would say, like they actually put a lot of work into the research and stuff. It's set way in the future, and I think there is some like alien stuff later on, but like the actual science behind the light speed and all that stuff it's what makes it interesting. It makes the world believable.
Hmm.
And like there's a lot of tension between like different planets and like the people in the space station. It's like a very tense show. It's actually it's worth watching.
I have to check it out.
The only thing I didn't like was that I only watched season 1, so I don't know what happens past that, but that one lady who sounds like a smoker. I hate her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like her voice. It's so deep. You probably heard her voice somewhere before, but
Yeah.
she's a good actor. It's just or actress, but it
What got me into it is like characters can die at any point. Like they're just conversing, and the next thing you know, like a bullet goes through the wall, and the guy's head is gone, like out of nowhere.
Oh, wow. Is it gory?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, oh, I think there's one part where like the ship decelerates or something, and the guy just explodes all over the ship.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
It's definitely interesting, and it's weird watching that and then going to Star Wars where like they're in hyperspace and standing there like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But then like in that, like if they go too fast, they risk passing out because of the G forces and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like it's like I still like Star Wars, but it's just really interesting to see something that's realistic portrayed.
That sounds cool. Oxenfree?
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we'll
get
get
an
an
Oxenfree.
Oxenfree after like
After-
an hour and a half.
Yeah,
I think-
52 minutes.
Yeah, I
we've
think
been
most
going.
of it's gonna be most of the podcast's gonna be
Spoiler section.
well, yeah, but also
Well-
I think mostly what we just covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
pretty much.
there's a decent amount to cover with Oxenfree, but the game took me only
4 or 5 hours.
4 or
yeah.
5 hours.
Yeah, I think it took me about 5. I might have left it on or something because it said 7.5, and I know it didn't take me that long.
I actually like the how long it was though. Like I think it was,
Was
like
it longer?
No. When what? The first one?
Is it longer than the first one?
I think
No,
it's the same.
It's around the same time.
But
yeah.
I think it's like the perfect length for the price of the game, and the story is like
Oh yeah.
it's not drawn out too long, it's not too short, it's like perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So what type of game is this for people who haven't seen it before?
I guess you can consider it not choose your own adventure, but like
Choices matter.
a choice.
It's also
choice
2D,
game.
but also 3D. Like what do you even describe
Characters
that
and,
as?
like objects are 3D.
It's
but
like a
environment
point and
is-
click game without pointing and clicking.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can
there is
move.
options for point and click.
Yeah, but it's more of like point and click games usually go back and forth to various areas until you find stuff. Usually, like it's about the dialogue.
It's like a Monkey Island style game in a way.
kind of,
Mhm.
but without.
Without
Like-
it, it's not as complicated.
Yeah, the puzzles all have to do with the radio and the walkie-talkie.
They're
and all that
super
stuff.
easy.
Yeah, I don't even call them puzzles.
No, they're not
Yeah.
puzzles.
Yeah, but it's set on this island. Like the first game is also set on an island.
It's not an
And-
island. The second one isn't set on an island.
I thought it was.
It's
No,
an island.
That's not an island. That's just the coast of.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh. What's it called? Kamina?
it's in like Oregon or something.
The first one was set on Edwards Island,
Mm.
which is just off the coast of where this game is set.
Oh, it is a small, coastal town. I thought it was an island the
I
whole
thought
time.
it was too, actually.
Hmm.
I mean, it looks like an island from the map.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why. It directly links with the first game.
Well, you don't know that up until a certain point.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you knew about Edwards Island, yes.
Well, they from the very beginning they're already referencing like the twist of the first game.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Not
guess-
twist, but like the explanation or whatever. But it intertwines a lot.
Yes, it does.
Should I put spoilers up?
No, let's not. We'll get into that later.
We're
We're
like
not
well,
saying
a minute
spoilers.
into kind of explaining what the thing is.
So
and-
the first game followed a girl named Alex and her group of friends that went to Edwards Island. This one follows a girl named Riley,
Mm-hmm.
and she just took up a job putting up. What was her job description?
Putting up
Sensors.
antennas.
Yeah.
because they were studying something, some sort of radioactivity.
no, it wasn't radioactivity. Actually, it
Yeah, it
was.
was.
Or
It
not
was.
not
It was.
radioactivity.
You're thinking-
At the end, yeah, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
We'll talk about that at the end.
Radio
Yeah.
waves.
But one thing I liked about this one, like I like the first game a lot. Obviously, the dialogue is top tier. Like the way they talk seems like what people would talk,
Yeah,
like normal. You know, it's not like forced or curated.
Well, and they just met, so there's like that awkwardness. You
Mhm.
could tell that there's that awkwardness there
Yeah.
with Riley and Jacob, Jacob is the guy that or her partner that is helping her on the job.
It's mostly just Riley and Jacob, which I
Mhm.
kind of liked. It was like a little more close knit. This one.
yeah. There was that. It kind of reminded me more of Firewatch.
Yeah, I was thinking
Mhm.
that. Especially there's this one point in the caves.
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah,
you remember, but I was
yeah.
like, this is literally like Firewatch.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, like, I don't remember a lot about the first one. Like, I didn't watch a recap or anything, but I think what I liked the most was how there was a big group of people that
Mm.
you got to meet, and then when you saw that person later on, it was more impactful. Like if something happened to them,
Yeah.
and the choices, because at the end of both of these games, like the choices you make, they'll show you like what percentage of players did those choices and stuff. They felt more impactful in the first game to me because you knew the players better.
Oh my! Do you remember that one? Yeah, there was also something that happened in the first game. Do you remember? It was like it blew us away because I regard the first game as like one of my top indie games of all
Mhm.
time. Like that was such a good game.
Yeah.
Do you remember where our
Oh,
like playthrough interacts with our friends
Yeah.
playthrough?
Yeah, that was cool.
I like that.
I forgot how exactly they did it.
It was
but-
in a mirror, and it was like a version of yourself that would tell you
Oh.
like.
And you
advise on the
you could
next
put in a
decision.
prompt, right?
Yeah.
You could put in
And
a
other people
prompt.
could talk to you. Like you put something in the past and you could talk to them or something.
Something like that.
like
yeah.
I got your prompt, I think,
Mm.
and then
You could tell them something about the future
yeah,
and kind of
you
give
could
them
lie
hints.
or you you could lie or tell the truth. I
yeah,
thought.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
that was really cool.
That's what made that game stand out even more for me.
Yeah,
I mean, the voice acting and all that stuff was really good, but that part was like, that was next level.
one thing I will say, like this Oxenfree 2, I think is in its own way just as good as the first game. The one thing we're missing though is the intrigue that the first game had.
Yeah.
Because like the first game was like you don't know what's happening most of the game, and it's like this huge mystery that you uncover. But
Mhm.
the second game, you kind of know the mystery already, and it just kind of extends on that. But I think the first game had that like really good intrigue.
I think
throughout.
they handled it pretty well, because if they tried to make it mysterious and like get that same intrigue, it would have been forced,
Mhm.
because people who have played the first game already know. So they got it right out of the way. The guy explained the entire first game
Yeah.
basically. And I think that lady he was referencing was someone you talked to in the last game.
No, she was referenced in the last game.
Referenced.
Letters.
She had letters around. That's what she collected.
Yeah.
One
but
thing I really liked about this game was the characters, though.
the characters were good. Yeah.
What, Riley?
I'm talking about the side characters
Yeah.
with all their side quests.
I didn't do the side quests much.
Like the side quests, like, actually, it's kind of
I
spoiler.
only remember
You mean
one
Evelyn?
side quest.
Shelly and Evelyn and Nick
Hank.
and Hank.
I don't know if I call them side quests though.
There were side quests that I ignored. Like I started one with Hank and I stopped.
They were like,
Hmm.
say Hank's was like, oh, just check in on me every once in a while, and then every once in a while you could just.
Who is Hank?
He was the guy in the boat,
That
Oh,
was Nick.
okay.
or Nick.
Hank was the dude with the
With the
weird.
The
EMF.
cameras,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and then you had to like connect the EMF things together, and then one was broken, and then you had to figure out. Yeah, there's like a lot of different like side quest things you could do.
That's what felt Firewatch ish with the walkie talkies and just talking to random people. And you don't even see them, but you kind of get to know them a little bit.
I don't think there were walkie-talkies in the first game, right? Just the
No,
radio?
it's just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, how did they communicate with each other? I thought they did.
They were with each other most of the time.
They had walkie talkies that they could talk to.
They
each other
split
with.
up a bunch.
But you couldn't cycle through the channels like you could in
No.
that game.
I like the first game was nice. They did it in a different way. Like you split up with different people, and I think you could choose who you went with, right? To like build the
Certain
relationship
times.
with
Yeah,
people.
and it actually changed the ending in certain ways.
Yeah.
Or like how it played out.
Which there is a canon ending.
Yeah, that was a huge twist
Mm,
that I was not
So-
expecting in the second game.
yeah.
Like midway.
Well, there's a canon ending for the first game, and it gets explained in the second.
I don't remember what I even chose for the first game.
I
I got
I
I gotta-
forgot.
I got a decently good ending, I think.
You got the true ending
Me?
where everybody got out because you got all the collectibles.
Well,
That's not a spoiler though.
I mean, it kind of is.
I don't know. Let's talk about it later because there's something. The second game changes things.
Yeah, it does. Which people are saying the second game is more to give the first game like a good ending or happy ending or whatever.
There was a point, during the second game where I was like, this could have been a DLC, but it's fine as like a standalone as well. But it
Mhm.
took them like 7 years to make this game. I
What
think,
was it?
right?
$15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just as long as the first game, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it DLC if it's the same.
The only reason I say
Size.
it could be is because it's so correlated with the first game story. But
Mhm.
also, I mean, it is a sequel, so it makes sense.
I mean, I just think it's impressive because they have all that dialogue in there. So they got really good voice actors. Then they made all the art for the maps. They planned the story out and those mechanics, which are definitely unique.
Did you guys notice how good the music was?
Yeah.
Yes.
The music was, I don't remember the music from the first game as much, but it was
No.
really good. in
It's
this.
so different. It's like retro.
Very low tones.
Yeah.
Very.
And there was one point
ominous.
where there's do you guys remember Mystery Incorporated Scooby Doo?
Yes.
Yeah.
The theme from that, it's almost like they transposed it and like changed it.
Huh.
There's one, I gotta find it, but it sounded like so similar. And I was like, they definitely took inspiration from that.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think part of it was that the characters were older, and so they kind of grew up in that era because they were like what?
I
30s?
related with a lot of like their conversations.
Yeah, actually, like I don't remember how not philosophical the first game was, but the second game definitely focused more on like correlating to real life for
Mhm.
things,
Mhm.
which I actually liked and kind of related to it. Like I thought it was pretty interesting. And
Yeah.
it was impactful.
A lot of like their backstories are very grounded, like things that would happen to people, that probably played the game.
Yeah, it was about like broken people and just choices people have made in the past and how that comes to haunt them and how they'll proceed with those choices in the future, kind of thing.
It's very much like a, yeah. I mean, the dialogue is like I said it earlier, but it's like it's perfect. It's like probably some of the best dialogue I've ever heard. Because like for instance, like like Resident Evil, you got those like weird,
What the?
or like these weird lines where they're super cheesy, but you kind of like write it off.
Well,
This
yeah.
game is like
It's.
it's like as if you were having a real conversation.
Mhm.
Did you guys get the achievement to not pet Athena, the dog?
You didn't pet the dog.
No. There's an Ben mentioned this to me. He said there's an achievement for petting her. And there's an achievement for not petting her.
What? I got the one for petting.
Yeah, you have to pet the dog.
If I see a
yeah.
dog in a game, I always try
or
to
the
pet it.
cat. What was-
Somerville.
what- yeah, they didn't allow you to
Somerville,
pet
that
the
was
dog.
stupid.
Mm.
I don't know why they didn't let you.
That was
That's probably why the game did so bad.
that was annoying. Yeah.
That was a
That
cute
was still a
dog.
good game though. I
Yeah.
liked Somerville.
So what else can we talk about without spoiling it?
Choices. I'm pretty sure the first game had way more
It did.
choices.
Yeah.
And the ending had a way more impactful
The-
choice.
The thing about these two games though is that none of the choices in the actual game, there's set endings, and you choose that at the end. Like during the game. How do I word this?
There's only 3 possible outcomes.
Yeah,
No matter
Yeah.
what you do, it's just
In this
everything in
game?
between can change.
in this game, and same
Like-
with the other one. There's only a set amount.
The way people talk to you,
You'll do
like
that
for instance,
regardless.
like I don't think you had the best relationship with Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because that someone affected it, but it didn't really change the ultimate outcome.
Well, I tried doing something different, and it wouldn't let me just because of
yeah, the way you
the
interacted.
way I
with him.
interacted with people. So there are different variations to the 3 endings, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ultimately, like even combining the first game and the second game, there's like only 3 canon endings, like in those games total, because the second game is like the second half to the first game, basically.
Not even a second half. Like the first game is its own thing. This actually adds to the first game.
But it retcons like any other choice but one canon. It makes one canon ending for the first game.
Yeah, it does.
Also, I remember you mentioned yesterday too. You said, "Can I just?" Because you have to play. Let's say it's kind of like what the game's about, but you have to go plant these antennas onto the cliffs, and you're like, "Oh, can I just go to that one?" There's like 3 different
There's-
spaces.
Yeah.
You're like, "Can I go to this one?" I'm like, you can, but it'll kind of gatekeep you.
Yeah.
You have to go to specific ones in a specific order because that's how the game wants you to
That was
play
the
it.
only one that was locked though.
No,
assume
you
the-
have to go to the middle one first,
Yeah.
and then the right, and then the left. It's just like you have to. Do
They
that.
won't let you go anywhere else. I
It-
tried.
It's just not saying it's a bad thing. It's
I
just
think you have to go to the middle one, Ben, because you have to get the key to the gate. Right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then certain character interactions happen where you get an item that lets you go to the next area, kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that annoyed me, I think it only happened once, but it happened in the first game as well, where you know how to solve the puzzle and you try it, and then it doesn't let you do it, and you're like, oh, I guess that's not it. But then you can only solve it after a certain dialogue option, and then you can do it. But the game has already told you that it doesn't work.
Wait.
So there's a part where I was in the cave, and I was trying to get out, and you have to like jump over the thing. I tried that. It didn't let me do it. I'm like, oh, well, that's how we get out. And so like I had to proceed through the dialogue, and then he's like, oh, jump on this. And then
Yeah.
I could.
Oh,
The dialogue kind of sometimes it did get in the way. Like you couldn't do certain actions until the dialogue finished.
There's actually one point where it was towards the end where the game, I was talking to someone on the radio and I froze in place and I couldn't move. And I could still talk on the radio, but I couldn't go anywhere, and I had to restart it. So I restarted all the way to like maybe like 20 minutes behind. It was kind of annoying.
I only had one bug, but it wasn't like a game breaking one. It was like after I got off the top of the church, Jacob was like walking in place. And then he was talking to me throughout the whole trip back, but he was still on the top of the church.
I don't think I had any glitches.
That was the only one I
I
had.
didn't have any glitches. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't like how you know how to solve a puzzle, but then you can't do it because you haven't seen a certain
Oh yeah,
dialogue.
I was finishing the game the other day. I was sitting on the couch with my Steam Deck, and I didn't have my headphones in, and I was just playing it. And Ben was on the other side of it, on the other side of the couch, and I was trying to do something. Ben, what was I trying to do in the game? And Jacob just wouldn't shut up. I don't know what he was talking about, but he was just going on and on and on. And I'm like, Jacob, shut up! I'm trying to do this thing. And it's like,
Oh, his
Please.
dialogue kept coming up.
no, he just was talking about something for a long period of time that wasn't very interesting.
You were
Oh,
at
yeah.
the like dock area, and he was
I
just
don't-
kept talking.
and I couldn't do anything. And I'm like, Jacob, please shut up so I could just go.
Oh,
Please.
I know. I think I know what you're talking
Jacob is pretty incompetent.
about. Yeah, he
most of the
talks a
game.
lot.
There's that, but then he like fails everything he tries to do,
Yeah,
and like Riley bails him out of everything.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Like I don't know how he survived on his own. He like the beginning of the game, he's locked out of his own house. He didn't know how to get in,
Yeah.
and she had
Yeah.
to climb in the window or whatever.
So how did you do that?
Like he literally.
I grabbed the ladder. How did you not see me do this?
Yeah.
It's funny.
But I thought it was good. I don't know. What do you guys like the first game better or this one?
I think I like the first one better just because of specific things. Like more characters in person that had impactful choices, and then that interesting thing where it overlapped with your Steam friends.
Did like the first game better. It's just this one built on the first game. I don't think it gives something new. I just think it just builds onto it.
I think in like objectively, they're both like probably neck and neck,
Mhm.
but I like the first game better because of the mystery.
Yeah,
But, and you can't ever really get that back. It's like if you were to play BioShock again.
People say you can play the second game without playing the first, and I think that would be a mistake.
That would
Yeah.
be a big mistake, I think.
You really want to play.
You'd be confused like for the second half of the game.
Ben, what'd you think?
I beat it in one day, so I really like.
Oh, that's right, you did.
What do you like
yeah.
better?
Hmm?
Which one do you like better?
I don't really like any of them better.
What?
You're so soft.
They had the mechanic with the walkie talkies was cool.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
like
yeah.
that.
I don't think that was in the first.
No, it's just the.
I liked how you could just call anyone whenever you wanted.
I liked how like they would say, "Oh, listen to the radio station, and I'll tell you when to call." So you like listened for it, and eventually they
I know.
tell you.
I think Nick was my favorite character.
You
like
didn't
side
even complete
character.
his story.
Wait, which
though.
one was?
I didn't know if there was a complete story.
Who's Nick?
He was the guy in the boat. He was the fisherman. Where you need to go to his little cabin, find his backpack, and then tell him that you found the backpack. And every once in a while, and he was like, towards the end of the game, you call him. He's like in a storm. He's like, oh, I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of the storm. She's like screaming at him to like be safe and stuff.
I never met Nick.
Yeah, the last
Really?
time I talked to him, I was like, "You got to turn back now, or you're gonna die." And he's like, "There was static," and I never saw anything again from him.
I never.
I didn't see anything after that either.
I did that too, but he just called you back later.
I
Oh,
never
that's not even
spoke
the
to
end
him.
of his
He's not.
story.
He's a side thing, right? Because he's not.
He's a side character.
yeah, I never met him.
I think I really like the side stories in this. Like, did you guys save Shelly?
I mean,
Yeah.
keep her inside.
I mean, don't. Well,
Yeah.
don't.
Well,
We should jump into spoilers now. It's gonna be too many.
Well, I don't. Is that? I don't know.
That's a spoiler.
Yeah, it's a
Is it
spoiler.
really?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll just put the banner up.
yeah.
All right.
Banner.
I'm
Spoilers
gonna
are
wait for
ready.
the banner.
Yeah, when it pops
They'll
up
just
on
let
the
us know
stream.
when it's up.
I already
I think
have
we.
it up.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, what's up with Shelly? You mean I thought keeping her side was like an optional like.
So
No,
okay,
no,
so
no.
this is actually a choice I paused to think about. So the voice says Shelly's gonna die, and then you call Shelly, and she's like, "Oh, I heard a distress call." So I was like, "Okay, so who is this distress call right now? Is this me in the future? And if if she stays inside, then she doesn't save me, like something like that. Like that would be something the first game would do."
Well,
Um,
she mentioned that she was going to leave and go back to her house.
Yeah, I told her to
And
stay
so
inside
if you told her to stay
because
inside,
of the
like,
distress call. Yeah.
yeah.
But I wasn't like 100% on it because I was like, is this the sunken? Which, by the way, this game just makes it more impactful. Like, I remember the first game when I felt really bad for the sunken because, like, there's these hundreds of people that died and they're like stuck in this like horrible,
Dimension
yeah,
type of thing.
and like right after they died forever, for
Mhm.
eternity. They're living forever in this like thing. But like this game, I'm like, I don't know, it like made it even more.
They're just trying to
impactful.
manipulate. I mean, to be fair
You
though,
can't blame them because
they want to get out.
Yeah.
So it's like,
which
yeah.
someone said that they because Alex and them got out, maybe the sunken got out too.
I don't think so. I don't know. You never saw. Did you see a specific person as the sunken?
No,
It was
they're
just the-
referenced as like one entity, kind of like.
Because
one-
you see Alex walking around. You like see her entity.
Right.
You never saw that as a sunken, but you saw the possessed thing they did to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That like when I saw Alex, it like changed everything for me.
I didn't even think they were gonna be there. I thought they were just like.
Well, that makes the first game. That makes it so that the first game they never got out.
Yeah. The canon ending was they all got stuck.
Yeah.
No, not
So-
all of them.
There were
Yeah.
4 of them.
No, the canon ending was
There were-
that you save everybody's alive, but they're stuck. Like in
Yeah, but
in the
there was
timeline.
only 4 of them when they were walking, and I don't think Jonas, which was her stepbrother, was in there. I thought he got out.
He doesn't die. He just changes relation.
What?
Relation.
Like in the previous game, there's an ending where you go to the island and you're like stepbrothers, but when you leave, you're like friends, like not even related at all.
Huh.
What?
Then there's
Oh,
also
because
a
you
version
save
where
your
you
brother from
back. Yeah,
drowning?
Oh.
Huh.
that one's not canon though. 'Cause
That's interesting. But yeah, I think all of them came back
Huh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were all trapped in there.
because at the end of the game, they're all back together. And she said, "I woke
Yeah.
up this morning like as if I."
Yeah, they said that they didn't remember any of it.
Well, you remember you were on the island and all of them were like in the same spot from the first game, where they had that same
Yeah,
like
she said
white.
those are like echoes, so I thought that was just like the past echoes or something.
I'm pretty sure that was all of them. They
Well,
just
at the
couldn't
beginning of
see
the
it.
game, Jacob talked about a group of friends that went to the island and never came back.
Hmm.
Edwards Island.
I didn't catch that.
But seeing her, I was like, you were on the chat with me. I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way. Like, that's crazy.
I didn't remember who she was at first. I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, she was the main character of the last game.
Yeah.
Well,
didn't remember who you
someone
played
kept
as.
mentioning Alex. I'm like, Alex. Before, because I remember they in the game before you even saw Alex, they mentioned the name Alex.
Mm.
Probably should have watched a recap or something before.
So I was like, oh, wasn't that the person from the first game? And then you see them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was like, oh my gosh, that was hard hitting for me because like the first game, I tried my best to like make sure that I had good relations with everyone and everyone was able to get off.
I mean,
Mhm.
technically, they were the villain in the first half of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
That was the weird thing.
I saw one comment from because I watched a explanation video or whatever before this, and one guy was like, "Crazy how Alex switched teams and still won at the end or something like that. Switched
Mhm.
teams mid match." Because yeah,
I'm a villain, not a monster.
who said that?
I don't know. It's a meme thing.
So what were these other side stories? So there was a Shelly one, which as soon as I pressed it, it said achievement, save Shelly. I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, good, I
I
saved
didn't
her.
see that achievement.
There's the Nick story. What happened with that?
So, if you continue with Nick's story, he'll call you back. He's like, "There's this weird triangle-looking thing," and if you tell him how to tune it, he'll walk into the portal, and then you don't hear from him again. So you assume
Oh.
he like disappeared
Oh.
forever. But if you tell him not to, he'll actually survive.
Huh.
Which I told him how to tune the portal, and I didn't realize.
Then
So there's Evelyn. She was the person who hired you. She worked for the service or
I
whatever
don't
who
know
did
if
that.
she was just like
She
kind of
was-
there with you the whole time though.
She was your boss kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be a side quest. Like she was like the person telling you how to do the main story.
But it
part.
was a main thing because you could tell her to go to her family or something.
tell her mom
Oh.
about her sister missing.
Yeah.
Which who was her sister? Shelly was her sister or no?
No,
Mm,
she was unrelated.
yeah, you don't see her.
Oh.
But she could make up with her family or something like that.
Mm,
I don't know what the other option is.
There's also the girl from the high school. If you got that one.
Who?
Oh, what happened with her?
If you can convince her to go on a date with the guy from, or not like, or to talk to the guy.
Is that based on one choice?
Yeah.
Like, can she actually go out with him?
no, I don't think she actually does, but you can like listen to her mention it.
I heard that, yeah. And she asked him out on the radio, and she's like, are we live right now?" And then she was like all embarrassed, and that
Well,
was it.
there were a total of 10 people you could talk to,
Well,
and
Hmm.
I think I only got about half of them.
Wait, there were 9 channels on the radio.
There were 9 channels.
Yeah.
Was it 9 people?
there's
I got like 5 out of the 9. I think I was missing like 4 people.
3
Hmm.
was the like other kids channel. That's one that.
Oh, that's what that
Mm.
was.
I like how I don't know if the first game did this, but like you were talking to your dad and then you had like these visions of like seeing Rex, your future child.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
There's a part where when she reveals that she's pregnant, like he asked what the name was going to be, and there are other options. I wonder if that could have changed anything.
Yeah, I picked I hope it's a girl by accident. I meant to pick
Oh,
I hope it's a boy. I was
I don't think
figuring
that would have made a difference though.
Yeah, but it was just I like those parts with her dad and like
Mm-hmm.
more backstory for everyone.
One of the radio
Interesting.
stations is actually Rex.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, him just talking?
I don't know much about it. I just know he is one of the contacts.
Huh.
It's weird.
Well, one of the radio stations is a play that Olivia wrote. Something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One of the radio stations.
Yeah. You're listening to it the whole time, and it's some sort of weird play. and eventually you find out that it was written by Olivia. So I don't know.
Did you eventually give the radio to Olivia?
No, I smashed it.
Oh, you smashed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I kept it. I don't know if I used it later.
I kept it.
I'm not sure what happens with it.
I mean, I don't know why you need to keep it because I already had another radio.
I just figured I was just trying to make good relations with everyone, so I was like, this might make her really mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had good relations with Charlie and what was the other girl?
Yeah, I did too.
Violet.
Yeah.
I had that, and she was like, she told Charlie to stab you. So first of all, she's
Yeah.
like trying to commit attempted murder, and then she's like, I don't care if both of you die as long as I see my parents.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't really feel any sympathy for you anymore.
Mhm.
Mm.
You're like, you're trying to commit murder out here.
Did you gave at the end of the game, you gave her the radio, right? Or you gave her, she went through the portal.
She went through.
You too, Ben?
Yeah.
I
But
chose her.
I tried giving the radio to Jacob, and I'm like,
Why would you try
you-
Jacob though?
because you guys, I knew for a fact you guys were gonna choose Olivia, and I was like, I
okay.
gotta choose something different because I don't want. I want to be able to like
was
talk
just
about
a
something different.
bystander, though. He had
I know, but I don't know. I like to get the odd endings or the endings that most people won't choose, just so we could talk about it.
Did you guys watch all three?
No.
So if you choose, so obviously Olivia is the assumed good ending, but it's very subjective, I guess. I think that's the best because she wanted to be in the portal. She wanted to see her parents.
Mm-hmm.
If you give it to yourself, you actually have this whole section and this whole dialogue with Rex where you go to like more sections of the coast and you're just talking to him.
Huh.
And it kind of just ends. And then if you give it to Jacob, you end up adopting Athena. I think that's the dog's name.
Mm.
I think that one's probably the saddest one. It's like he didn't
Yeah.
do anything to
Well,
really deserve that.
I thought about it for a while, and I actually thought Jacob was gonna die based on him talking about like existential dread and stuff like that, like multiple times previously. Like, yeah, like, oh, what's gonna happen when I die? Blah blah blah. I thought for sure he was gonna die. So when I had the choice, I thought about it, like, what would happen for all the characters, and my thought was, all right, if you choose Riley, does she never have Rex?
Mm.
And if that, like, I don't know how this time plays into the whole thing, because
Yeah.
if she never has Rex, does that mean like none of that would have happened and there would be like a time paradox?
I don't know.
I was confused about that.
I'm pretty sure there is a canon ending to this game though,
It's Olivia,
which
right?
is Olivia.
Yeah, that would,
Because the box thing you get at the end that kind of shows like percentage of players that did this or did that. I'm pretty sure the letter was addressed to Rex.
You also get in the box. I don't know if you guys heard it, but there's like a little when you pick up the radio thing, I think, or the phone, you get a little like staticky soundbite of Olivia with her parents.
and she's actually happy.
Yeah. So it's like that's the best option because she wants to be eternally with her parents or whatever.
I don't know why anyone would choose Jacob, because like I felt so bad for him. Like
I
he
know.
had nothing except for his poor little dog.
yeah.
And
he's pretty.
Well, I
sick.
chose him, but because I wasn't the special type of friend or whatever achievement with Jacob. He was like, "I'm sorry, Riley, I can't, I can't do it."
I
And so I'm
wonder-
like, okay,
I
and
wonder if
give it to Olivia.
I wonder if that's associated with this one string of dialogue earlier in the game where you're talking about being stuck eternally, and you can either say, "Living forever sounds awesome" or something, and the other one's like, "Living forever sounds horrible, like no end. You're always you're always just you're always there." And I chose that one, so I wonder if
chose
that's
that one too.
correlated with like
I don't-
that'll stick with him.
I'm not sure, but there was the dialogue where he asked if they would be friends after it was over.
I think it was that one.
And one of them was like, "Can we be special friends or
Yeah.
something?"
It was
And then like you say like, "Oh, what would we call ourselves? Like Triley or Racob or something like that."
Special
Uh,
friends,
Yeah.
like what, like dating?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Like
I never felt.
They were-
I felt it was always platonic.
no, I never felt like that dating relationship. But I think they said something. I don't know if they called it special friends or like
special kind of friend.
he's like, we don't have to be best friends or anything like that. We're just friends. And like there's another option. Riley can say like, "Oh, we can be. What would we call our friendship or something?"
Mm.
Oh,
Triley or Racob. I think I did Racob.
that's probably what you had to do then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I may have gotten an achievement there. I'm not sure.
There was an achievement for that.
So yeah, I assume if you got the achievement, you'd be able to send Jacob through. But like,
I don't know who did
what?
it.
I don't know. I just want to do it for the meme.
I wouldn't have done it even for the meme because I felt bad for Jacob and his
Yeah.
dog. Like his dog, he was so happy to see that dog.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, well, you're staying there forever. You did nothing.
I wonder. I'm so curious on whether the Sunken escaped, unless
I doubt it.
I
They
don't think so.
closed everything off entirely. I think
Well, I don't know.
at the very end, because they sent her in, and they closed everything. All the portals are closed. I don't think they can open the portals anymore.
I'm pretty sure the Sunken need bodies to possess
Yeah.
because they were
Hmm.
obliterated.
Yeah.
Alex and her friends went into the portal. They weren't obliterated. They were
Right.
possessed by the Sunken.
I can't remember the
Mm.
ending of the game though. Like, what happened at the end of the first game? How did they get stuck?
It was just a time loop. I think they were always
Hmm.
stuck.
Oh, they were stuck in a time loop.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
That's why if you do a second playthrough, it'll have a different result because you're just in a different loop.
Hmm.
wow.
Yeah, I want to see the achievements. Oxenfree.
There's a lot of dialogue achievements. Like,
Yeah.
I saw one where when the one word story thing. There's an
Mhm.
achievement for like choosing a specific one word story.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did Satan ate Jacob.
I think if you chose Santa or
Yeah.
something, because the achievement has a picture of Santa.
Oh,
I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't
Hmm.
know.
Let's see. I didn't get all the collectibles.
I didn't either.
I didn't.
I had about 8 out of the 12, I think.
Are the collectibles directly related with the end game box, or what's in there?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
I got
Ba-
all of them, and I don't think it.
It was annoying because like I before you put down like when you cross that big beach area, the watery area,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can climb the cliff. If you climb the cliff, you go to the other side and you drop down. There's another beach area over here, and I was like exploring it. I was like, okay, maybe there's a collectible down here, and I was just curious to see if there was. So I leave. I come back. The same spot that I checked earlier had a collectible. I'm like, oh, it's
They-
one of these
they only
games.
unlock at certain
It's
parts of
where
the
like
story.
you have to pass a certain point and then the collectible will just show up.
It's not a certain point,
Yeah.
but
I think the letters were less important in this one though than the first
Yeah.
game, because
Well,
the first game the letters. What?
in the other one, Alex convinces the Sunken to let everyone go because she has all of the letters,
Mm.
and she like reasons with them because of the information she knows from them.
Huh. Yeah, I remember I had a huge complaint where I was running all over the map in the first game. And I spent probably like another hour just running around, going back and forth. This one, a little bit, but not as much.
Mm-mm.
Oh, the achievement is 3 a.m. food friends. Agree to be a special kind of friend.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
But that was it was a very good game. Like I
Yeah.
was up late playing it. It was another one of those things where I had to crunch to get it done before the podcast.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed like
It wasn't
Every
like a rage game like when you guys had to play Resident Evil 2 the day before.
yeah. I never got annoyed at it at all.
So-
I don't think.
no, it was very enjoyable because I mean the first game I hold in very high respect. So this game I was like anticipating and I was very satisfied with what
Yeah.
they did.
I played the whole thing on the Steam Deck. Like probably
Yeah.
same
I was
with you
going
too.
to, but
Super good on the Steam Deck.
I don't know why I played it. I'm like, might lose my voice. what in the world?
I don't
What's
know.
that?
I don't know. Like,
So-
I'm dying here. But yeah, it was very good. I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they make anything else? These people?
I
Mm.
don't think so.
Night Side Studios or something? I think that's what it is. Night something Studios.
I'm curious if they have another series because like with the talent they have for dialogue could be used in so many other ways in so many other games and genres.
They have a game called After Party.
Night School Studio, is that it?
Night School, yeah.
Let's see.
It's not loading on my iPad for some reason.
I just went to the Steam app.
Oh, After Party. Next Stop Nowhere. And they have a game, Mr. Robot? What is that? Isn't that a movie?
It's a show.
Why do they have Mr. Robot here?
I don't know.
Hack or what?
Was set during the first season of USA. Oh, is that an ARG or something?
I don't know.
I think it's a mobile game. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
they
the,
do make mobile games because it's technically Oxenfree 1 and 2 are on mobile.
Yeah, you can play it on your phone or tablet.
What is After Party though? An intelligent conversation system that allows you to change the story and your relationships based on every decision.
That makes sense. Their
This
dialogue.
looks very similar.
Whoa.
Their
Recent is mixed.
Oh.
Break out of hell?
What?
Actually, Stuck in Hell?
So similar.
That's well, look at that.
Oh, this came after Oxenfree, actually.
Oxenfree 2?
No,
Or
After
one?
Party. It said from the creators of
What? Wait, look
Oxenfree.
at wait, go back. Read the top one.
The demon. This I almost. Do you guys want to try this at some point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like.
I
could
like
be
the way
funny.
it looks.
Featuring Lord Satan.
I mean, it doesn't look like we should expect Oxenfree quality because
It looks like
all
it's gonna be more humorous.
Oh no.
Yeah.
all is mostly, and recent is mixed.
Mostly negative.
Wait,
Mostly
two best
positive.
buds? Wait, is it multiplayer?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
doubt it. It's probably single player.
It looks fun. It looks like a
Underworld
fun-
Adventure. That's kind of sick, actually.
I love the setting. We should try. We should play this.
Yeah, we should.
It looks very fun.
Another Steam Deck game.
This looks. I don't know. I'm not expecting. Yeah, like
We could just like have fun with this one.
yeah. I love the color scheme, the way it
It
looks.
says Satan.
Lord Satan, probably.
What?
It's interesting that they use the same speech bubble pattern things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the same engine. Like they use.
Satan's
What do they use?
house.
It's this one's
Entity
more
or
like
something?
3D. You
Or
notice
did I
that?
say
Mhm.
Unity?
Like Oxenfree is more 2D,
That's
but
like
this has more
hand-drawn
like
background.
3D background things to it.
This literally.
Like look, that wall, you see like the lighting against it?
Yeah.
It just looks very 3D. It's cool.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a fun game that you probably wouldn't take too seriously.
Yeah.
Not like Oxenfree. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like the complaints. Game is too much dialogue.
Oh.
Well, that's the Oxenfree.
Well, that's kind of Oxenfree has a ton of dialogue.
So, I guess there's some bugs. There's a bug at Satan's house where they can't progress. Satan's house. Yeah, it might be worth playing.
Yeah,
Is that everything for this game? You guys think?
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think it's
I
worth
think
playing.
I think it's yet another like excellent indie game. To be honest.
Yes, it's very good.
It lives up to the Oxenfree name.
It
It
does.
extends the first game,
Mhm.
but I don't think it should be standalone.
Yeah, if you are gonna play
No.
this game, make sure to play Oxenfree 1. You can get both games for very, very
I mean,
cheap.
there's no reason to play the second one first. Like the first game is like $3 on Steam, at least right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who would play that. Who said to play the second? Or they said you could.
I think the developers said that multiple times, like it's not standalone,
I
but you don't
guess
have to play it.
could.
It would be less
It's just-
impactful.
It's like me playing Uncharted 4 before playing the
Yeah.
first 3.
It's not as
Like
impactful.
it was good. I really, really liked it, but I didn't feel like nostalgic for it.
You weren't connected to the characters either
So,
Mm-hmm.
as much.
but yeah, I think that's everything. Covered it.
Good game.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening to the podcast, and we will see you in the next episode.